At Home with Lucas here. So today we're going to be talking about Colamy Atlas office desk chair. Yes, people, I finally got my hands on the Atlas. This thing looks absolutely amazing. It has a headrest on the top. It has a completely ergonomical design that's going to support your lumbar. This is designed for you to sit on for long periods of time and not feel uncomfortable. The fabric that it uses is breathable, so it's going to feel comfortable and it's going to allow you to breathe so you don't get all sweaty and gross. This thing also has 4D rotation on the arms. Yes, you can move these arms up and down. You can turn them out and back in, and then you could slide them forward and backward. So you really have an ability to customize this chair to fit exactly how you want to sit in it. But the main thing is going to be how comfortable is this chair? Is this something you're going to want to sit in for long periods of time? Or is it something that's going to be super uncomfortable? Are the armrests actually that good? Headrest? I'm going to figure out all of that so you don't have to waste your time buying or returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Alright, it came in a pretty sturdy box with some really good packaging. I was very happy with all of that. This is everything that comes in the box. They did a good job of fitting a lot into a smaller box.
Okay, this is my current desk chair right here. This thing has worked pretty well. Okay, I really like how the instructions are here, and then you have your tools right here, and then you have your hardware over here. Very well laid out. Really like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go through the instructions because my last video I put up on a chair, everyone was like, I need the instructions. So we're gonna start off right here. Step one is really simple. You put the wheels on the bottom and then you put the shaft in the middle right there. Then it looks like you're going to be putting on the armrests next. They don't really show you that very clearly here. That'd be nice to see like they did here where you see the armrests going on. But if you look at it, pretty simple. Put the armrests on. You're going to use that plate right there and those two screws that are L's. Okay, I really like how these wheels lock in. You have this very simple half washer right here, and that basically just locks it into place. Once you push it in there, it takes a little bit of force, but once it goes in, this wheel is locked. And there you go. That is the first step right there. Really nice rolly wheels. I like the fact that this is solid metal, people. That is really premium. Okay, next you're going to get the seat out right there, and you're going to put the armrests on the seat itself. It's real simple. There's actually a left on here and then an L on there. So that shows you that goes there. There's a right here, and then there's an R. And now you're going to put a bracket right into here. Then you're going to lift this up and put them right into that hole and tighten it down with this really cool tool. Wow, just from the way that these go on to the seat and the way that this tightens down here, this is built literally like a tank. I am not kidding you. Those 4 screws right there lock in so tight. Once again, this is made out of solid metal here. It's either solid metal or it's premium plastic. This is absolutely amazing so far. I am blown away. Okay, so next up we're going to be putting the backrest on to the seat itself using the 3H screws right here. Looks pretty straightforward. Okay, so I just basically tipped this forward, put the backrest on, and then started finger tightening in the screws. Wow, once again, the way that this goes together is unreal. You have lock washers in there. You have beefy, I'm going to call these bolts right here because you could actually put a full-blown socket on here if these were to ever strip out, which I don't think they ever will. But one thing you want to do is always go around and start tightening up all of them together, because one may tighten, causing the other one to be a little bit looser. And just go until you feel like it's completely locked into place, just like that. Okay, next up we're going to be putting the headrest on. So we're going to be using the P plate and the end screw, and it's going to go right onto the backrest. Okay, this took me a second to figure out, but I figured it out pretty quick. You put this on the inside and you line up your screws that way. Get that real nice and tight right there. Everything locks in super well. And then this has an arrow pointing up, and you basically just snap it on just like that and like that. There you go. Wow, you can't see the screws at all. That is premium, people. Step 5, we do the most satisfying part. We drop the seat onto the wheels down below. Once again, goes on super easily. Very, very solid right here. Okay, so there we go. That is how it looks when it's sitting at my desk right there. Super, super easy install. I'm going to give the install a 5 out of 5 stars for sure. It is definitely something anybody can build. The instructions are super simple to read, and the simple tool that comes with it allows you to put it all together, which is really awesome. The end result is you can take a seat. So once you build it, you can take a little break, sit down on it. So that is really cool. Big 2 thumbs up, 5 stars for the install.
Okay, I've been using this desk chair for long enough that I think I have a full comprehensive review, and let's just start off with the armrests. So the armrests are built really, really solid. These things really do a great job. They're not too dense and they're not too fluffy, so they don't feel like they're gonna break down over a year's time of putting your elbows on here. Let's talk about some of the pros. The pros are you can lift this up in a matter of seconds. You can move these all the way in if you wanted to. So if you're gonna do some serious work, get like that. You can move them completely out, which means you're gonna be able to get some serious like upright work right here. So really good adjustment. You can go all the way out if you want to, or you can go all the way back in. So if you have a torso that's a little bit tighter like this, or if you're a little bit larger, you're gonna be able to go out. The cool thing is if you drop it all the way down like this, then you're gonna basically, and push them out of course, you're gonna basically be able to sit just like this and not have to worry about the armrest. It's basically like you have no armrest. So if you're gonna get some work done on the computer, just like that, really, really cool. And then of course you can pull it all the way up if you're gonna get real serious and you're really gonna get into a deep conversation and you wanna have your elbows up as high as possible. So that's awesome. The biggest con though is the fact that this part right here literally moves all over the place. And if you just bump it on accident and you go to put your elbow down, it's gone. Like it doesn't exist anymore. And I wish they would put a locking feature on this so you could basically lock it into place and say, this is how I want it for now, and then have a quick unlock and be able to move it around. So that's my only dig on the armrest. Other than that, they're phenomenal. Let's talk about the cushion on the bottom, the place where you sit. The cushion is phenomenal. It's really, really comfortable. It's getting better over time too. I really feel like it's definitely, it's not too dense and it's not too weak. So it's perfect middle amount. And it's slowly contouring to me a little bit to where I feel like it's helping with my lumbar. So the breathability of the seat is phenomenal. I've been up here in some 78 to 80 degree days where it's nice and warm up here, and I had zero problems whatsoever. Let's talk about the lumbar back here. So the lumbar, I never really could get it fully figured out. I really like the fact that you can adjust it super easily. So if I want to just sit and I'm like, oh, that's not right, I can just slide it down. So that's good, but I never really felt like it was kicking butt and really doing a great job. So I kind of just leave it as is, but some people have different backs and they need a little bit more lumbar. So this is definitely adjustable and it definitely works. Let's talk about the adjustments of the back right here. So the ability to lean this thing all the way back is it's kind of funny. You could literally just take a nap in this thing if you wanted to, put your feet up. So that's really cool. And then the fact that you can bring it all the way up is great. I did find that I was a little bit annoyed with it because there's a position like this right here, and then there's a position like that. And I found myself wanting to be basically in between these two positions. I wanted to be just a little bit lower, and I was really hoping that it was going to give me the ability to pick and choose based on pressure and not on some kind of pin locking system that they have in here. So that's my only gripe, is I wish it just had one more setting in between that one and that one right there. But nonetheless, this one's good and it's growing on me. It's definitely an upright seated position, but it is a little bit further back. So if you know anything about chairs, you really want to be spending a lot more time not using the backrest and actually just sitting on the cushion itself. And this chair does that in spades. This chair is really great. It allows you to sit straight down on it and not have to worry about being uncomfortable. So you can sit like this, or you can lean back. Okay, let's talk about the headrest itself. So the headrest is really cool. You could slide it up like this, put your head on it, and if you want to drop it back down, you just go to the maximum and away it goes, just like that. Super easy. I never found the headrest to be too perfect for my head and my body structure. So I found it to be a little bit too far back, and I never could get it into a position where I thought it was perfect for my body, but it's definitely close. And I've never used a headrest in a desk chair a day in my life. So this is brand new to me. So I could be a little bit off, but that's the headrest right there. It's definitely comfortable though. It has the breathable mesh and your head just kind of sits back on it like that. And of course, when you drop it into lounge mode, it's definitely a nice feature to have, and the ability to adjust it really, really quickly is really awesome. So that is definitely convenient to have that. Let's talk about the ergonomics of this chair. So this chair is really nice. It definitely does work with the human body, and it really tries to make sure that you're gonna get a very comfortable seated position and you're not gonna be putting a lot of stress in places that you shouldn't be putting it in. So that's great. The ability to drop this thing down and bring it right back up is huge. It definitely does a perfect job at it. And I've learned from reading the instructions on this chair that you actually should be a little bit higher up than I've always been. I've always been a little bit low, but they want you to be seated in a position where your legs are straight and they drop down. You don't want them to be bent at all. You want them to just feel like they're just flopped down on the ground. That's the best seated position. Another thing is the distance between the cushion and your knee is very important. So they'll tell you that in the instructions as well. And the ability to just twist this and bring it back if you need it to be a little bit smaller is really, really awesome. And then twist it forward to bring it back out definitely is awesome. And then you just lock it into place and you're good to go. So all in all, I'm gonna say that this is a phenomenal desk chair. It is built like a tank. This thing is not gonna break down on you. It's not gonna die. I just have a few annoyances here or there with the armrest and the headrest and the lumbar. They're just not perfect for my body, and I don't feel like they're contouring and fitting my body as perfectly as I would like them to. Kind of went into this with high expectations for this chair because I was basically trying to will this to be the best chair out there. It's definitely a 4.8 star rated chair. It is definitely high up there. Premium, premium, premium. I think if they just adjust the armrests a little bit and adjust the headrest and the lumbar, this thing would be a 5-star chair, no doubt about it. And knowing this company, they'll definitely do that at some point. So high star rating, highly recommended to everyone out there. Buy it. All right, there you go. That's the Atlas desk chair. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely clearly click that like button. And if you want to join the Adam Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.